is a shut up ring? Let's talk about it. I did Google it and I found a random blog post that somebody wrote about it 12 years ago. And I don't think I came up with the term, but I do remember in 2003, when my ex-husband proposed to me, we had an argument and I told him I feel like the only reason he gave me the ring was to shut me up. So I didn't quite have the exact word for it, but I do remember having that in mind. And here's why I told him that. How do you know that your boyfriend or husband gave you a ring to shut you up? Did they all of a sudden propose to you because you were about to break up with them? Did you find out that you were pregnant and they proposed to you just to make it right? Did you find out that they were cheating on you and all of a sudden they know that proposing to you was something that you've always wanted, so now they're proposing to you? Have y'all been together for years and you've been wanting to get married and he's kind of just pushed it aside and it really wasn't important to him, and you've been harping on him and dropping hints and maybe even getting your friends and family to talk to him, and after several years he finally proposes to you? It's usually a ring that is born of a situation where you have been constantly asking him that he needs to do right by you. A long period of time has passed and he just kind of figures, I need to just do it now because I'm not getting any younger. He proposes to you for reasons that have nothing to do with him sincerely wanting to do that. It was you asking him repeatedly to do it, him just wanting to make a situation right or stop you from doing something like leaving him. If a guy gives you a shut up ring, don't be happy about this proposal. You are in for a life of complete half-assedness. Yes, I made up a word. Just like you may have constantly gotten to arguments and fights over why hasn't he proposed yet, and you have to push him and drop hints and beg him and plead with him and give him ultimatums. That's how your relationship's going to go. It's going to be begging and pleading and repeating yourself 15 million times to have him do what he's supposed to do around the house and take care of his kids and do right by you. You will carry that entire relationship on your back. He's going to be half-assed when it's time to plan the wedding. You're going to be the only one planning everything. And there are some women who have been dreaming about that day for their whole entire life. So they're going to want to take over and have him just show up, sure. But in this case, he's not going to want to really help with anything. He's just going to kind of half-ass be there. Or he might never want to set a date. And he's always going to want to keep pushing it off. And, well, I just want to wait till we have enough money. Well, I just want to wait till we get a house. Well, I just want to wait till the baby is born. I just want to wait till the baby is 2. I just want to wait till the baby is 57. There's always going to be a reason why he can't marry you. Now, this whole excuse of, yeah, my boyfriend said he wants to marry me, but he wants to wait till we have more money. Okay. Here's my thing. Unless you came up with that, I don't believe it. Now, there are people who don't have 2 pennies to rub together, and they somehow manage to go down to the courthouse in their town and have a civil ceremony and get married. Or they'll ask, there was a couple that I knew years ago that had a GoFundMe from people in their church to donate things, and they were able to have a little cute, nice wedding. If he wants to be with you, he will figure out a way to do that, and he won't feel the need to postpone it for 25 years. And like I say, if it's your idea and you want to wait because you really do want a big wedding, then I think that's great. I'm not talking about you, but just be careful that you're not tricking yourself into wanting things because that's what he's saying and you're just going along with it. You don't have a say in the matter. If he's proposing to you because you are breaking up with him, the answer is still no. That ring is not going to magically turn him into the person that you've always dreamed of. Why wasn't he treating you right before you had enough and decided to leave? There's something that you're doing for him and making his life easier that he knows he's got to keep you around until he finds somebody else and is done with you. There was a woman I used to work with at a bank who told me that her husband kept refusing to propose to her. And she finally said, you know what, I'm never going to talk to you again if you don't propose to me. And he proposed. And there wasn't, and she shared the story as if it was just some romantic fairy tale thing that happened. But I shit you not, there wasn't a day that went by that she wasn't complaining about some half-ass shit that man was doing. That man did not give a damn. He was just existing. She carried that entire marriage on her back. She did everything for the house. She did everything for the kids. And if she needed him to do something, she had to beg and plead for him to do it. He didn't give a shit about her. He didn't give a shit about their house. He didn't give a shit about his health. He just was simply existing. And she was just happy to be married. If marriage is what you want in a certain amount of time, yes, be upfront about that in the dating and courtship phase. And stand by what you say. Don't get a man and be happy that you have a man and you're afraid that he's going to leave you, so you stay with him for 10 years, and next thing you know, it's 10 years and y'all still aren't married, and you're still having the same discussion about why haven't you proposed to me yet. No. Hey, you remember when we met and I told you that I wanted to be married within 2 years? Well, it's getting close to that time, so I'm just wanting to know what your plan is. Oh, okay. You're not in a hurry to get married. Thanks for letting me know. That's not my plan. That's not what we discussed. So I think it's best that we end this relationship. You hurt your own feelings and you break your own heart when you sit around wishing and hoping and thinking and praying, planning and dreaming that today's going to be the day that he finally wakes up and does right by me. Maybe this is the year number 6, that he will finally propose to me. He's not going to do it because you are not requiring that. Because you didn't hold true to your standard of this is what you want in this amount of time. And there's nothing wrong with marriage if that is what you want. It's one thing if that's not what you want. You know, that's not what you want. You don't want to be married. That's not important to you. I'm not talking about that. But if marriage is important to you, why are you with a man for multiple years and he knows this is what you want and nothing is happening? And then we get mad at them when they have shown us for years that they don't give a fuck. They don't. And now, after so many years, so many arguments, he finally is like, here, girl, here's your ring. And now you're excited. No. The quickest way that we hurt ourselves is by setting our standards and then not keeping them. Because they're going to figure out a way to push your boundaries. You want to be married in 2 years? I like you. You treat me right. I don't want to marry you, so I'm gonna say what I have to say to keep you. You know, it's been 3 years. Yeah, you know, I want to wait until I get a better job. Yet no. Ask for what you want. Discuss it. Set the standard. Set the boundary and hold true to it. You have to be willing to break your own heart and end that relationship than to waste years of your life that you can never get back. Or to just get a proposal because he wants you to shut up and stop talking about it. No.